Have you ever been scrolling through your feed and suddenly realized you haven't seen your once favorite actor in like forever? And then you start spiraling, thinking, wait, what happened to them? Did they just vanish? Did I miss something? Yeah, me too. It's honestly one of the weirdest feelings as a K-drama fan, watching someone go from being everywhere to nowhere. Today, we're getting into 10 actors who used to be huge, and now things have definitely changed. Let's get into it. Number 10. Park Sung-hoon.
너 어디야? 너 지금 어디야 이 씨발년아! 씨발 새끼가 너 지금 어디야?
If you watched The Glory, you know exactly who I'm talking about. John Jae-joon, the rich, entitled bully who made your skin crawl every single time he showed up on screen. And honestly, he was so good at being terrible, like award-worthy terrible. After The Glory became this massive global hit, it felt like he was about to break out in a major way. Everyone was talking about him, anticipating what he'd do next, especially with Squid Game 2 on the horizon. We were ready to see him own the villain role permanently, or maybe, just maybe, surprise us with something completely different. But then, the Squid Game 2 situation happened. You probably remember the Instagram leak drama, right? The whole NDA violation mess? Yeah, that. It created this really awkward cloud over everything, and suddenly his name just stopped popping up in casting announcements. That initial glory momentum, it fizzled out faster than I expected. And look, the guy clearly has talent, that's not in question, but sometimes the behind-the-scenes stuff can derail a career just as fast as a bad performance, maybe even faster actually. It's frustrating to watch because you can see the potential, but the industry moves on quickly. One minute you're the hot new villain everyone wants, the next you're yesterday's news. Number 9. Hwang Jung-eum.
오늘 표지 촬영 끝나고 저녁에 뭐 사드릴까요? 너무 비싼 건 좀 그렇고 아니다. 유리값 100만 원 까주셨으니까 비싼 것도 오케이!
She used to own the rom-com space. I'm not even exaggerating. She was the go-to leading lady for years. She was pretty, kill me, heal me. These weren't just dramas, they were events. She had this ability to play characters that were quirky and over the top, but still somehow completely lovable. You rooted for her every single time. She was reliably booked, consistently bringing that signature chaotic energy we all came to expect, and honestly, kind of need in our rom-coms. But lately, man, it's been rough. Her divorce played out so publicly, and not in a we wish them both well kind of way. It was messy, uncomfortable, and way too much information spilled on social media. Then came the real shocker. Reports in late 2025 about her being indicted on corporate fund embezzlement charges. I literally had to read that headline twice because what? It just felt like one thing after another, and at a certain point, it becomes impossible to separate the actress from the constant drama. She went from being this reliable, bubbly presence to someone whose name is attached to headline after headline, and none of them good. It's genuinely sad because her earlier work was so good. But right now, it's hard to imagine a comeback. Number 8. Park Hae-soo.
출연하면서 그런 짓 할 사람 이미 알고 있거든요. 전유한 목사라고 지금 강인구 씨 이렇게 만든 게
Human?
Yeah,
story, seems like
power story. Yeah.
Sung-woo from Squid Game, the guy who made us all question our own morality and had us yelling at our screens. Before that, he was incredible in Prison Playbook. Just this quiet, intense presence that made every scene better. After Squid Game exploded globally, we all thought, okay, this is it. This man is about to become a legitimate international star. The interviews, the buzz, the speculation about Hollywood roles, it all felt inevitable. Except, it didn't really happen that way, did it? I don't know if it's because the market got oversaturated or if the industry just tightened up or what, but those big international roles everyone expected just never materialized. He's still working, absolutely, but that trajectory we all imagined, it kind of flattened out. And here's the thing, this isn't about scandals or bad acting. It's not even really his fault. It feels more like an industry bottleneck, which is maybe even more frustrating because there's no clear villain here. He's a fantastic actor, and I genuinely wish we saw him in bigger projects more often. Sometimes talent alone just isn't enough, and that's a hard pill to swallow. Number 7. Ryu Jun-yeol.
어떻게 해요? 이 선생님이 누군지 아는 사람은 아무도 없어요. 형사님도 모르시잖아요.
야, 다른 애들도 다 봤어. 뭐 나만 보냐?
The artsy, laid-back guy from Reply 1988 who completely stole our hearts, or broke them, depending on your shipping preferences. He always had this indie vibe, the kind of actor who felt genuine and down to earth. Fans loved that he seemed to care about real things, like environmental causes. He wasn't trying to be a cookie-cutter idol actor, and that authenticity was his whole thing. Then 2024 happened, and everything got complicated. The transit love situation with Han So-hee left a lot of fans feeling confused and, honestly, a little betrayed, especially given how his previous long-term relationship seemed to be handled. And just when that was starting to die down, the greenwashing controversy hit. Suddenly, people were side-eyeing his environmental activism because of his love for golf, a sport that's not exactly eco-friendly. I know it sounds like a small thing, but when it comes right after relationship drama, it just chips away at the image he'd built. His whole appeal was that he felt real, you know? And now that authenticity is being questioned. It's dimmed his shine for a lot of people, myself included. It's like, can we trust what we thought we knew about him? Or was it all just really good PR? Number 6. Kim Hyun-joong.
뻔하지 않냐? 네가 우산을 챙겼을 리가 없...
Ji-hoo from Boys Over Flowers. For those who were around during the early Hallyu wave, this guy was it. Dreamy, quiet, that whole flower boy aesthetic, he had it all. Plus, he was a K-pop idol, so his fame wasn't just regional, it was global. You couldn't escape his face if you tried, and honestly, most of us didn't want to. But then everything fell apart in the worst possible way. For years, he was stuck in this ugly, drawn-out legal battle with his ex-girlfriend. Allegations of assault, paternity disputes, just deeply disturbing, uncomfortable details that kept making headlines. Even though he was eventually cleared of some of the more serious charges, the damage was already done. It wasn't just a scandal, it was a multi-year nightmare that completely destroyed his public image. Now he mostly sticks to music and really small projects, far from the spotlight he once dominated. It's a brutal reminder of how fast fame can disappear and how nearly impossible it is to come back from something like that. I remember fans who stuck by him through all of it, and honestly, my heart goes out to them. That couldn't have been easy. Number 5. Jisoo.
제가 되게 좋아하던 나라에 이렇게 팬미팅을 하러 오게 돼서 굉장히 기대가 됩니다.
He was always the second lead, the best friend, the guy who never got the girl but somehow still broke your heart every time. Strong woman Do Bong-soon, moon lovers Scarlet Heart Ryo, he had this rough around the edges charm mixed with just enough vulnerability that you couldn't help but root for him. We were all waiting for him to finally land that lead role, and when River Where the Moon Rises came around, it felt like his moment had finally arrived. And then it all imploded in 2021. The school violence allegations came out, multiple accusers with deeply disturbing stories about bullying and assault from his past. The backlash was swift and severe. He was pulled from River Where the Moon Rises mid-production, which almost never happens, and his career just stopped, dead in the water. He tried to clarify things, pursued legal action, but none of it translated into any kind of comeback. The public basically said, nope, we're done, and moved on. It's harsh, but for a lot of people, certain lines just can't be uncrossed. I think about the fans who supported him for years, and it's just heartbreaking all around. There's no easy answer here. Number 4. Seo Yea-ji.
미안해. 진짜 미안해.
Can we just take a moment to acknowledge how absolutely captivating she was and It's Okay to Not Be Okay? Ko Moon-young was dark, complex, visually stunning. Those outfits alone could have carried the show. She had this almost otherworldly presence, and that voice, unforgettable. It really felt like she was on the verge of becoming one of those top-tier actresses who could tackle any intense, layered role thrown at her. Then 2021 happened, and everything unraveled. First came the gaslighting controversy with her ex-boyfriend, Kim Jong-eum, with reports alleging she controlled his behavior on set. Then it was academic record fabrication, bullying accusations, staff mistreatment, just a snowball of negative press that completely overshadowed her talent. She attempted a comeback with Eve, but the public wasn't ready to forgive or forget. Every article about her just dragged up the old controversies again. It's one of those cases where public image completely derails what could have been an incredible career, regardless of how talented the person actually is. I'll be honest, I struggle to watch her now with all those stories flooding back into my head. It's a shame, but sometimes the damage is just too deep. Number 3. Kim Seon-ho.
발 언제 닦았어? 자,
안 닦는 사람이 있어? 그런 상상을 하는 것 자체가 지금
사람 면전에 막 침을 뱉어?
또 하지 말라고.
Honestly, this one still stings for so many fans. After Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha, he was untouchable. That drama cemented his good boy image so hard. Charming, wholesome, funny, with that dimple smile that could melt glaciers. He'd gone from stage actor to variety show favorite to full-blown rom-com lead, and he was everywhere. Endorsements, magazine covers, interviews. You couldn't escape him, and no one wanted to. Then the scandal dropped. Allegations from a former girlfriend about forced abortion and gaslighting sent everything into freefall. He lost endorsements overnight, got dropped from projects. It genuinely looked like his career was over. Later, he was somewhat vindicated, and a lot of fans rallied hard around him. He's made a comeback in film and theater, and his fan base is fiercely loyal. But here's the thing. That initial, universal, untouched nation sweetheart status, it's gone. It's been permanently altered. He's back, and I'm genuinely glad about that. But the shine just isn't the same. It's bittersweet. You want to celebrate his return, but you can't ignore that something fundamental shifted. The magic got a little dimmed, you know? Number 2. Yoo Ah-in.
그건 절대 아니고요. 그러니까 제가 선생님이랑 처음 만났을 때
This one is painful because the man is a genuine acting genius. Burning, Veteran, Six Flying Dragons, he's delivered performances that are legitimately groundbreaking. He's intense, charismatic, fearless in his choices. He's always been considered one of the best actors of his generation, a true Chung-moro darling, adored by the film industry for his sheer talent and range. But in 2023, his world collapsed. Drug-related charges, a whole list that just shocked everyone. This wasn't some minor slip-up. These were serious allegations that led to a full-blown scandal. His legal battles are still ongoing, and even though he's issued apologies, the Korean entertainment industry has a strict zero-tolerance policy when it comes to drugs. All his projects froze. Films got postponed indefinitely, brand deals evaporated. It's a tragic waste of immense talent, but the trust from both the public and the industry is completely shattered. I don't know if he can ever truly recover from this, and that's heartbreaking because we're talking about one of the most gifted actors out there. Sometimes talent just isn't enough to overcome certain mistakes. Number 1. Kim Soo-hyun. Yes, that Kim Soo-hyun. The man who gave us My Love from the Star, It's Okay to Not Be Okay, Queen of Tears. For over a decade, he was the highest paid actor in Korea, the face of countless brands, a legitimate Hallyu king. His projects were guaranteed hits. Every comeback felt like a national event. He seemed untouchable, almost too perfect, honestly. Then early 2025 hit, and everything changed. Allegations surfaced regarding a past relationship with the late actress Kim Se-ron, and the details that emerged, especially given Kim Se-ron's and previous controversies, created an absolute firestorm. The public image he'd carefully cultivated for over a decade just crumbled almost overnight. His Disney Plus series Knockoff was indefinitely postponed, and high-profile advertising contracts got terminated left and right. It's surreal watching someone of his caliber face such a drastic downfall so quickly. It's a painful reminder that even the biggest stars aren't immune to public scrutiny, and past indiscretions or even just perceived missteps can unravel everything. My K-drama watch list honestly feels emptier now. It's a huge loss, not just for fans here, but for fans worldwide. This one still doesn't feel real. It's genuinely tough to see some of these incredible talents hit such roadblocks, whether it's due to scandals, bad choices, or just the fickle nature of the entertainment industry. It really goes to show how quickly things can change in the Hallyu world. So what do you think? Were you shocked by anyone on this list? Do you think some of these actors deserve a second chance? Or is their time in the spotlight just done? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Oh, and before you go, if you're in the mood for something a little more uplifting, check out our previous video. These 31 Korean actors are secretly fluent in English. Trust me, you'll be surprised by some of the names on that list.